eSportsHI.com. Okay, off we go. Okay, immediate pings come out from the blue team. They want to ward up those areas, no doubt. They're heading out very fast.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Both teams making a beeline for the other's raids. Okay, so it looks like the LoLdo faction is going to post up, defend the blue. Seven Kingdoms going for an aggressive invade on the red. They're going to ward up that bush as they want to. And it looks like they got pinged out, so either they saw them somewhere or they just know that they're there. In any case, there will be no fightings. It looks like they're just going to go take the buffs, play nice. Shen going out to do a little scouting. And bot lane is most definitely going to head down to the golems. Yeah. Whereas Xin will start blue, so bottom lane's going to be, for the purple team, is going to be at a slight disadvantage in experience versus the double golems of blue team. In a lot of situations you would lane swap, but I don't think the LoLdo faction is looking to lane swap. Okay, and both junglers taking their first blue. Nice and easy. And off to laning phase we go. Sejuani will probably have to, yeah. There you go. No smite required. Neither jungler using their smite. Good coordination by both teams. And they'll both run to their red right away. And the lane setting up standard. Solo tops versus each other and the dual bots. Now Xin can gank pretty early, so we'll see where he chooses to go. Sejuani could gank, but she's probably going to want to just try to farm up, get those levels as soon as possible. And try to get towards her ultimate, where she can really turn on the ganks. Okay, Soul Seizure's taking a quick stun combo right there, nothing too dangerous. Oh wow, Queen Kyle getting chunked. But here comes Sejuani, making a liar out of me. The barrier is going to keep him alive though, but he is going to have to burn all his summoners. So that was a very aggressive gank. Meanwhile, up top, Xin Zhao returning the favor, forcing summoners from Shen. So Sejuani still hasn't left yet. Knows that Ezreal does not have flash. And he's looking to Q most likely. And there it is. Yeah, and now Sniper Worm forced to flash. Does not want to give up first blood. At least he was able to get the ward off, so they were able to do something about that. Xin Zhao poking around the mids, looking for a potential gank opportunity maybe. No, looks like he saw Sejuani was still bottom, so wisely gonna counter jungle, take away some of her resources. We'll see if he leaves the big wolf or not. Yeah, and it looks like he is gonna just leave one of the little wolves there. Malphite making good use of that gank, pressuring Shen under tower. Already ahead in CS. And the general loops around to go for the mid, but Kennen will just lightning rush away, no problem. Mid lane and bottom lane, pretty even, I must say. We'll see if Shen can catch up a little bit as well. Bottom lane going aggressive, Xin Zhao's in there. So flashes burned all around. The only Well, the only person with flash left is Graves, Kennen, and Zyra. Well, and Malphite, of course, but Flash is being forced left and right by these early ganks. But now blue team bot lane's kind of in a bad spot. They don't have the creep advantage, and they're probably going to be harassed a little bit under the tower. See if Sejuani pays it another visit. It's going to be a little bit harder now though because the tri-bush is pink now. Graves is just going to have to do the best job that he can to get as much of this gold as possible. Oh, looks like Xin Zhao going top again. And Shen doesn't see it. He taunts, but I think they could get it. Is his E up? No. Xin Zhao's gonna abandon that. They didn't have the cooldowns to finish that off, unfortunately. Yeah. Seven Kingdoms bot lane still in a very bad spot, just getting poked down by the combination of Sona and Ez. Nice Q by Kennen. Getting as much damage as he can. Xin continuing to steal the wolves away. And he's gonna pay mid another visit, it looks like. Here he comes, and there he goes. Lightning rushing out, no problem. He hasn't gone back for any wards or anything either. He's just been getting away with his E every time. Oh, but it looks like the general wants to stick around. Sejuani sticking around also for a counter gank, it looks like. Might be encouraging Kennen to try to bait Zyra in, not knowing that the general's still there. Well, luckily the general does leave for them, so now if Kennen wanted to go hard, he could. He does have his ultimate and his flash. But at best it would probably be a trade. Because Zyra does have everything as well. And one of the good things about having an energy mid champion, Sejuani can take the blue for herself. Doesn't look like she's gonna do it though, is she? Okay, she is. And in the meanwhile, Zyra getting blue for herself, thanks to the general. Man, Shen is not having a good time up there. After that first Xin gank where he had to blow everything to get out, he hasn't really gotten his footing back in the lane. Constantly at a life deficit. Malphite not giving him any chance to regen. Or gain any positioning for that matter. Still behind on creeps too. The lead is starting to extend. Gets a taunt under the tower, but that's not really gonna do Nathan's hot dogs, so might have wanted to conserve his energy instead. Shen is level 6 though, so they cannot underestimate the power of Stand United, regardless of how behind Shen is at the moment. However, I do believe that they can cancel it with Unstoppable Force, so Shen won't just be able to do it whenever he wants. He's going to have to make sure that he's in a position where Malphite can't stop him. And here we go. As I predicted, the general is mid again. And Sejuani's going to run right into two people. Sejuani getting burned down, but Stand United coming into play. Kennen picks up first blood, and it looks like the general is dead too. Yeah, there's the stun. Nice 2 for O exchange. Shen being the difference maker that he usually is. They tried to get... Oh, okay. Good barrier. Good barrier. Ezreal going hard for it. And he's going to get out. Barriers just to make sure. And Sato picking up the pieces with that double kill. So just as I was complimenting Seven Kingdoms on their 2-for-0 exchange, LoLdo Faction's bot lane putting in work, showing why that they are a bot lane to be reckoned with. But now Kennen has Le Blue, so we'll see how he makes use of that. Even though he has no mana, loves those cooldowns. But yeah, as I was saying, they tried to all-in Sejuani and just get the first blood out, but really good call from Shen. Saved him just in the nick of time. The king. Helping the Duchess. Normally, I guess in a kingdom, you would think that everyone else would be helping the king, but whatever. Sometimes the king has to put in work too. And another interesting... oh man. And now the king is in the wrong part of town. He's gonna run, but he's gonna die. Xin E. And yeah, of course he's gonna follow that. Right into Zyra's snare. And now Kennen's dead. Kennen had the right idea. He wanted to help him, but honestly, he should have just let him die. There was no way he was getting away. Not if mid was gonna be there too. It's a lot of resources that Shen burnt too. Stand United will be up. It's about 3/4 off cooldown, so it will be up soon. We'll see if he can make another. They can make another play with that, or if that won't matter. That red buff continuing to get passed around, longest red buff ever. And here comes the general. He is not stopping. He's not stopping. Okay, now he's stopping. Good decision by Ezreal. Push that wave up. Take the tower, hopefully. In the mid lane, Kennen starting to pull away in the CS. Malphite continuing to pull away in CS. Sejuani is 6, but no ulti, so nothing's gonna come of that. Bot lane really needs to recall before they get killed again, because LoLdo Faction's bot lane looking mighty healthy. Taking a look at the items real quick. Soul Seizures has opted for the whole Unholy Grail Rush, while Kennen has gone straight for Needlessly Large Rod, most likely going for Azonia's standard MO. Sejuani looks like she's working on her builds. At that Kindle Gem could build into a bunch of things. We'll see what it ends up being. Graves looking for the blood. Both bot lanes actually looking for the Bloodthirster. Except Sato is up a pair of boots. Lulu with an Amp Tome. I'm not really sure what she's going to do with that. She really should think about getting a Sightstone as soon as possible. Oh, okay, I see. She's going for a double GP, but really think that Sightstone might have been the better option. Okay, so as we just passed the 14-minute mark, game is still pretty close. It's about to be bad for Kennen, though. As I just say that, runs right into a snare. Not sure what that's about. Sneaky getting ganked, but cannot be disabled. Ults the Sejuani ult, very well played, and he will get away for free. I mean, he had to burn his flash, but what can you do? Better than dying. So now the game is not so even anymore, about 18.6 to 16.9. A slight lead now for the purple team. And their bot and blue team's bot lane is continuing to just get harassed. They are getting pushed around. Those LoLdo shields aren't even really doing anything. It's like they're so in control right now. They can just poke through the shield and not care. Oh, she missed. Sejuani missed the cannon creep. Unfortunate. Kennen trying to make a play here. Crescendo's probably gonna come out. Yes, but a good collateral damage to pick up the kill. Again, a lot of resources burned, a lot of summoners. But in the end, it's important to get those kills. And if they get this dragon, that'll be huge for them. Malphite does have teleport though, so we'll see if he can get down there. Probably not gonna happen. Shen does have ult as well. So yeah, they're probably just gonna let it go. Because with Shen ulting in, that would definitely be like a disadvantage for them. So big dragon right there helps give Seven Kingdoms some much needed gold. They've made up the slack now, and it's close again. Less than 1k separates these teams. Kennen continuing to get his farm on, which is really good for them. They're gonna need him to get rich. Sneaky getting a couple autos off on Shen just to push him back even further, forcing him to stay under the tower where he can't ult away for free and not lose anything. So long as they can keep Shen pushed up to tower, then at least if he ults out, if Sneaky chooses not to follow, he can just take the turret from him and possibly push even further. The next couple of plays is going to be crucial, I feel. It's really going to swing the momentum one way or another. Both teams historically play very well once they're at a decisive advantage. So whoever swings the momentum next is crucial. Graves with that Bloodthirster. Not afraid to trade. But the general is in the house, so we'll see what he decides to do. He's probably gonna go. Lulu does have all of her stuff up, like her ult and exhaust, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. Here we go. There's the ult, but Stand United comes out, keeps him alive. No problem. Wasn't able to go all the way in with it, but served its purpose. Saved him from the gank. However, I'm pretty sure that purple team can take this turret now. Ooh, bad Sejuani ult. Did not hit that one. And yeah, the general's gonna dive. And that's gonna be a double kill. Very, very disrespectful by the Seven Kingdoms. They should have just left. Oh, the minions! GG. The minions, GG. Oh, those range creeps. So smart. Turning around to kill Kennen right there. And like I said, the next couple plays would be huge. And that was just a bunch of stuff that just happened. A lot of deaths. I believe that was an overall 3-for-0 exchange. And they've gotten now 2 turrets for it. So we'll see how the LoLdo faction plays this now that they're in the lead once again. See if they can keep it rolling. Unfortunately... yeah, unfortunately, Shen couldn't even get in there. If he had gotten in there, they might have been able to defend that, but... again, with him so pushed up and with Malphite breathing down his neck, there's probably no chance of him getting out to help them. In essence, the shield from Stand United was wasted because Graves should have just took that as his cue to leave. But because they didn't respect the dive and stayed, they paid for it. As we approach the 20-minute mark, Looking at how everything's standing, almost a 3k gold lead, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, it's about there now. Still a 50 CS disadvantage for Shen. No real major items yet. Malphite almost at his Sunfire cape. Looks like Xin will be going Aegis for this game. And it looks like Zyra is working on magic penetration. We'll see if he does finish that until Leandries. He very well might. Or if he'll wait for something else. And this turret is Gonzo's. Good call right there. Just man up and take it. Shen can't really force them off anyway, even if he wanted to. He does have the red, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna be looking to kill right there. Ugh, Graves eating a turret shot for no reason. 4-manning bottom right now. Are they just gonna tank this? It looks like they are. There you go. Vroom vroom. Cannon's gonna go, it looks like. Ult from Sejuani. Another whiffed ult. Unfortunate. I think that if Sejuani had instead had just stayed where she was and just ran up the lane, it might have been a little more effective, but I don't know. Lots of missed opportunities right there. I mean, they got the turret, but they probably would have liked to kill at least one of them since they spent the time sending 4 people down there. And it looks like, yes, Zyra will be going for that Leandry's Torment. She'll probably be looking to either finish her boots next for the extra pen, or maybe just go for the death cap. We shall see. Kennen has finished his Zonya, so that's going to make him a lot more effective in team fights. If he has to, he will be able to initiate first and then pop the Zonyas to buy himself some time. Shen finishing his Warmog, sitting on a Phage for the time being. And it looks like Sejuani has indeed finished off her Spirit of the Ancient Golem. A very good item for junglers. Very cost efficient and gives a lot of good things. Still no Sightstone on Lulu. That is very, very odd. That might come back to bite them later when they're starved out of vision. Because the gold purrs are nice and all, but they're not going to be able to keep up with the amount of wards that Lulu's going to be pressed into buying. Especially since they're continuing to lose map positioning. Malphite's teleport is still up. I don't believe he's used it yet. If anything, he might have used it to get back to lane once or twice, but I'm guessing that they're probably waiting for the right moment to send him down. I'm just going to have a split push and say, hey, you know what? My teleport's still up. I can do this. Somebody has to come and stop me. And they're going to have to send Shen to take care of that because Shen's the only one that with the same ability to match his teleport. The general looks like he wants to go. He E's in. Lots of damage. Graves E'ing in. I don't like that. But they are getting the kills. Malphite teleports in very late, but it might not matter. He might still be able to pick everything up. Oh my gosh, they have no damage left. That's the big problem. They're not even gonna pick any. Yeah, they can't even pick up Sona. Oh, he flashes for it. Never mind. King Newman makes a liar out of me, but he does give Malphite the triple kill regardless. So overall, 3 for 4.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Despite the fact that Malphite joined them so late, by the time everyone got low on the LoLdo faction, they had no more damage left. Graves had already died, and yeah, I mean, Sejuani and Shen are just tanks. They can't really output any damage. I mean, they'll apply some damage just by, like, with Sejuani's Northern Winds and all, but it's not going to be the DPS that they need. So that's not a good look for Seven Kingdoms. That probably means that they're not going to be able to straight up fight them anytime soon. On the bright side though, Graves is in the CS lead, 200 to 173. And he does have his Phantom Dancer now, so that's also good for him. Get that attack speed going. Probably looking for Last Whisper. I would like to see him pick up level 2 boots too at some point. Huh. And it looks like Lulu has gone for the Shirelias. So they're gonna be trying to look for either to probably to pick their engages with that item. Oh, Graves barely just got out right there. If they had seen that, Malphite would definitely all in for that. He would definitely ult that. Stan United would not have been up anyway, so that would have been a free kill. And a free red buff handed off. Now it looks like the LoLdo faction going into their second siege of the bottom inner. The good news for Seven Kingdoms is that the lanes are pushing in their favor elsewhere. Top lane has a big wave on top of it right now. They're probably not going to send Malphite up there though. I think they're going to try to commit to the siege, I think. We'll see what the call is. Whoa! Random Sejuani ult. That's not going to be good for them. That was a horrible time to engage. Sona's probably going to die. Oh, never mind. Shin has to ult away to save Graves, but wasn't really worth it. Probably should have just tried to kill Sona. Actually, I'm not even sure if he could have killed Sona. He did not have Ignite up during that fight anyway. But this game is looking pretty over. Really awkward engage, kind of forced the team into a bad spot. Now Seven Kingdoms is going to lose a lot. They can just walk up to that inhibitor whenever they want now and just take it. And of course, yeah, no, they don't care about that. They're just going to get out of there. And I believe, yeah, all 5 members of the LoLdo faction survived that fight again, so. As I said, once one team gets the lead, it's probably going to be a very slippery slope. Both teams play very well when they have a definitive advantage. I'm not really sure if there's anything that they can do at this point, Seven Kingdoms can, because of the fact that they're just going to have Xin, Malphite, ulting on top of Graves. There's only so much that the Seven Kingdoms can do to keep him alive. And once he dies, that's pretty much the end of the fight, because then all you have is a couple of tanks and Kennen, and Kennen's probably not going to survive long either once they focus him. And thanks to all of their map control now, they can just take the dragon. Not even have to worry about anything. So it looks like they're gonna play this by the book, swing up top, try to take either try to take the upper inner or just focus on the base. Yeah, it looks like they want upper inner. And they have a very sizable creep wave, so long as Ezreal gets there fast enough, they should be able to take this down. Seven Kingdoms looks like they want to go in though. This might be like a last-ditch effort to engage. But the disengage for purple team, much too strong. Everybody getting way too tanky. Malphite has a lot of armor now. Xin also getting very tanky. Already has Locket and Aegis and is very close to Bulwark, I'd imagine. So they're going to be hard-pressed to insta-jib anybody on this team now. And like I was saying, the lack of the sights on the blue team has really made it hard for them to retain vision anywhere. I don't think they have... At the moment, I can't see any wards that they have up. And the only person buying wards is the support. So they are going to be blind for a long time. It's going to make it really hard for them to even farm their own jungle without getting caught out. LoLdo faction has a bunch of deep wards at the rates, and I believe they had one near the blue. Not sure if that's dead yet. Looked like Sneaky Deebs was going for a push on the inhibitor, but they might be looking to just group. Blue team was able to get a ward by Baron, so even if that gets cleared out, they'll know that they're there. Oh, Ezreal going with a Quicksilver Sash, I just noticed. Wants to make sure that he doesn't get CC'd too much, so he can stay in there and keep getting his moves off. They do have a lot of stuns and CCs though, so that is warranted. And he does not have cleanse, so yeah. So they're gonna see that Baron is indeed warded, and they're gonna probably clear it. Yeah, they're gonna see it now. And blue team knows what's gonna happen. So they're gonna have to make a beeline for that. And this is gonna give Sneaky all the time in the world to stretch them at bottom. And there's not really anything that they can do about it because Sneaky has teleport. He'll just teleport in, join the fight if he has to. Graves does finally have his last whisper though, so he is more or less where he needs to be a factor. The problem is though, again, can Graves stay alive and kill the targets that he needs to? Or will the dive prove to be too much? And I see that Lulu has finally purchased the Sightstone, but now that they're all the way smothered in their base, it might be too little too late. Malphite just ignoring Shen, just taking the inhibitor, not giving any cares in the world. He's actually out DPSing him with the Sunfire Cape. Kennen comes down to booga booga booga, scare him off, but Sneaky got out of there real quick. Now that it's a 4v3 up on the top side, we'll see if the LoLdo faction wants to make any plays right now. They might, yeah, I think they're just gonna try to go for the Baron because they know where everyone is now. And they know that it's definitely not warded. Blue team obviously suspects that that's happening, so they're probably gonna take a look-see. Whether they get caught or not, that's gonna determine how fast this game's gonna end. Now, Sneaky doesn't have ultimate, so Shen should be able to get in there. Oh, and the Baron goes down. Sejuani's probably gonna die. Yeah, Sniper Worm picking up the kill. Shen couldn't even... There wasn't even any point in Shen ulting in to save him. Now, the LoLdo faction could go back to buy. Ezreal's sitting on a ton of money, as is Sneaky. But they probably just want to get this game over with. They know that they have it in the bag. There's really nothing that Seven Kingdoms can do to stop them anymore. They have no Sejuani ult. Shen isn't even there. He's busy dealing with the other inhibitor. So they can just go herp-de-derp. They do pick off the general, which is a good thing. They need to get as many kills as possible. Graves trying to put the deeps out. Graves still chasing. Very nice crescendo to cock block the flash. Oh wow! Sniper Worm, I think he meant for Sato to just run, but Sato turned around and now he's dead. A little miscommunication right there. Not sure if they wanted to fight that or not. Luckily, Sneaky was able to at least get a couple kills off the teleport. So overall, that's 3 champions with Baron gone. So that's not the end of the world. But with their base in the state that it is, it's not a good look either way. The Baron buff is basically just the icing on the cake at this point. Shen's still a little ways away from Trinity Force, looks like. And it looks like Sejuani might be going... I'm not sure what she's going for at this point. She's sitting on Giant Spelt, Negatron, a bunch of health, some armor. Not sure what that's going to be. Kennen working on his Abyssal, has his Death Cap completed now. And... looks like Soul Seizures has opted instead for the Death Cap to go for the Zhonya's Hourglass. Yeah, wow, in the meantime, Sona's items got that Frozen Fist, Mikhail's Crucible. Sona is looking pretty strong right now in comparison to Lulu. So the blue team doing what they can, trying to take all the buffs and resources that they can get before the inevitable 5-man comes. So we'll see how the LoLdo faction plays this. We'll see how crazy they get. I'm sure after that last engage, they probably want to be a little bit more cautious. Either that or they're going to have to sharpen up their communication so that they don't get killed as much. There really shouldn't have been that many deaths, I think. They went a little hard. So it looks like they're going to do the smart play. Just run up to the inhibitor and get rid of it. Might as well. Once you get rid of 2 inhibitors, the 3rd inhibitor is usually pretty easy. All those super creeps coming down and whatnot. This probably could be the last fight of the game, I think, depending on how it turns out. And here we go. Oh my gosh. They get all their AoE off, but Graves just gets manhandled by Malphite. He couldn't even walk up to do anything. Graves died with ultimate. That's how bad he got zoned. And that is most definitely the game. GG's coming out. And there's the surrender from 7 Kingdoms. They will relinquish game 1 as the LoLdo faction takes 1 win in the best of 3. Moving on to game 2.